I was
Hello.
very off today. Ooh.
I did mine super early because
Oh,
I
and
know
I
as
did
we
mine
all.
super late, so it's still balanced
It's
somehow.
okay. Hello, and welcome to the Cop TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the T in reality, and where you can always come to us first to quench your reality thirst. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because I love me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am not drinking anything today because honestly, I'm not thirsty. So I'm not drinking anything. But if I was drinking a nice cup of tea or hot chocolate as I like, I would be drinking it out of my cup mug. And you know what? You can get your cup mug at lanateascreations.etsy.com. You can get your cup mug or any of our cup merch. And we do ship internationally and domestically. So there are no excuses. And I'm looking at you, Dancer with the Stars Universe. I see all of you all over the place. Get your cup merch. Period.
Part, part. And I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. Gay. I'm just drinking water. Hydration is important. Holla.
Hello.
You are muted. You are so very muted.
Okay.
Rewind.
All right, hello guys. It's your favorite Black queer content creator, Kamori, aka Sparkling Alien, and I am in my morning era, but the kind of in my grieving timing. I had my beautiful ice cream in my little bowl here and some Powerade to quench my thirst.
Perfect.
Period. And we are back. We are finally back to talk about Dance with the Stars. Yes, I know you missed us because we missed a week. But we're back and we're here to get all caught up with episode 6 and 7. So we're going to just jump right into it because we got a lot to talk about and not a lot of time to do it because guess what? We are all tired. It's been a very, very, very long day. And so we're just going to do things. So, yeah. Well,
Oh,
I did. I did. Don't worry. I
we
got
both
it.
did.
We
Yeah.
both did. Here we are. I'm going to go full screen here.
It's
And you
Monster
know,
Night.
it's Monster Night. If you could take the ticker down, Logan, because you really
Yeah.
want to see everything. So,
Sure.
thanks. It's Monster Night. Woohoo. Yeah.
Guest judged by one of
Miss
my
Niecy Nash.
favorite individuals in the entire world, Niecy Nash Betts, because she is
Niecy Nash.
married.
She is. She is. Niecy Nasbet. I enjoy her very much. So we're gonna get right into it with Jason Mraz doing his contemporary Dance to Zombie
Zombie.
by the Cranberries. I know. I when I say I'm prepared, I'm prepared.
Her.
So let's jump into it. We'll start with Kimura and our Dance with the Stars super fan. How did you feel about Jason Mraz?
Well, when I first found out that they were going to get contemporary, I was so excited, especially because the Yella, the last time she has did a contemporary was with Iman, and that was I think we still it's probably I said one of the best dancers like I had ever seen the show
Oh,
because
for
it
sure.
was just shocking. It was kind of like unexpected. We weren't expected her to pull out that out of Iman, and I feel like to me like she always like that dance secured his win to win the season like which was deserved. Like he like she showed like so I was like, oh, I'm excited. Like, what's gonna bring? Like, I know she's gonna bring all the whole fet. Like, so like the whole dance was amazing. Like the story that she was telling with the pros music. I would say when it came to the lives, he was struggling a little bit. But far as that, it was a beautiful, amazing routine. He was in character the whole night, which I love. And I just love Jason. He can do no wrong in my book, and he's just very good at what he does. He's a performer.
I agree. I think the only thing I had the issue with was the lift. I do absolutely agree with you there. But otherwise, the fact that he stayed in character all night too, like I really enjoyed that. I thought it was good. I thought it was another very solid, great dance from Jason and Danielle.
I agree. I thought it was good. I yeah, lifts, it was a little wobbly, a little shaky. But I really was looking forward to this contemporary dance from Daniela and Jason because of that very reason that you mentioned, Kamorian, because of her dance with Iman. And it happened to be the Monster Week the last time she did that amazing dance with Iman that I think secured his boy. Like, was that the Monster? I think it was the Halloween thing, or was that his freestyle?
And that was his free.
That's
It was.
freestyle.
They called it horror night because they did basically like horror movies that
Right.
year. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it was. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you should just keep it as Halloween night instead of like monster night, horror night, spooky night,
really
trick or treat night. Like what's next? Trick or treat.
Whatever it is,
haunted tree night. I don't know, like whatever.
Whatever it is, Daniela always comes through, and I knew she was gonna come through with this one, and she did. I thought her and Jason did a really good job, and they. Oh, are we doing the score? R.
Yeah. It was a 9 for sure.
It was a 9. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay, but we agree with the judges. They got 9s across the board. 36. Period. So we move. Well,
sorry. I'm not touching buttons anymore. I'm sorry.
I said I do the slideshow. We agreed to this. Why do we talk in pre-production if we're not going to follow the rules?
I'm sorry.
We're a mess. We're tired. I forgive you. Let's move. Allison
I'm exhausted. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. Come back up. We're going to do it. And start. Allison, during the Passe Doble, 2, Supermassive Black Hole by Muse.
I think Allison is getting very better at dancing. She's definitely improving, so the growth is there. I love the act. I love what for her this dance. Like she stayed in character, and she was actually trying to really execute every move correctly, especially like the whole solo part. I think what she did very well. I would say the only issue where it is her shaping. Like I mean, my prediction was like, I feel like she's just gonna struggle with the footwork and the shaping on the dance. We gotta have, make like these nice shapes for this dance, and it has to be an attack. So she did attack the passo. It was just the shaping and footwork issues, but it was still I think her best routine. Actually, no, I prefer her being these waltz student, but it was still a good solid routine for sure. And she's getting better.
Yeah, there's definitely improvement there for sure. I think the difficulty was, the footwork was not her best, but I felt like she was able to get into the character of the passo, and so I did appreciate that. I thought this was going to be one of the dances that I thought she could do better at, and I did think she did better at it. Mm-hmm. This is not my favorite dance from her because we have yet to talk about my favorite dance from her, but I thought it was solid.
Yeah, solid is the word I would use for this dance. It was a solid dance. She knows how to get into the character of the dance, so I will always give her credit for that. Does she know how to do the technical stuff of the dance and execute it well? Sometimes and not sometimes. I think she got into the character. She hit it with as much as she could, but it was still lacking a little bit of for me. Because when I think about passo, I like a good strong, like, ooh, I want to be able to feel it. And it's like, I didn't get that with this, but it was okay. It was okay. Solid. So score, what would you give the scores?
A 7.
7.
7. And the judges agreed.
Well, not all of them.
Well, yeah, you got 1 8.
Yeah, Bruno gave her an 8.
Sure, Bruno. Whatever.
Sure.
If you say so. But yeah, it was solid. Dolce and Val doing a contemporary dance to the Game of Survival by Ruel.
I mean, Zochi, you can do no right in my book, girl, baby. That was amazing. And the fact that I think she was actually injured. I think the day before that performance. And let me tell you, she did not care. She played it off. She was like, I am fine. Okay. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you okay? She was like, I am fine. Okay. I'm good. Okay. I'm good. Okay. No, I got it. I'm good. Okay. So the far as that, she it was cool to watch. I liked it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, amazing to me.
She just keeps improving, and I didn't know that was even possible. Like, she just keeps getting better and better and better. This whole routine, top to bottom, I mean, Val is amazing with his choreography, and it's just on display again in this dance. They both. It was I think the most committed to character as well that I've seen Zochi so far, or one of. But I thought it was lovely.
Yeah, I said at the beginning when I started watching this season that she was probably going to become one of my favorite people to watch dance, and she has not let me down. She has improved every week. It's always something that I'm like, oh, she has that young, fresh energy about her, and she just like, yeah, she was injured, but she was like, I'm driven, I'm determined, I'm not gonna let this injury hold me back. I'm gonna go out there, give it my all, and she did, and it was beautiful. I loved it. I'm Team Sochi. I don't know. I'm probably Team Sochi a little bit. What did you what would we give scores?
It was a 10 for me.
9.
It was a 10 for me.
Dun
And
dun.
some people agreed, some people didn't. She got 1 10 though. She got a 10 out of the night, so that was great for her.
Yeah. Nisi gave her a 10. I'm not surprised.
As she should. Like, I would have been Nisi. Like, yes, like, period. That would have been me. Because I don't look at the technical stuff. I'm not a dancer. So all that technical mumbo jumbo means nothing to me. Did I like how it made me feel when I was watching it? Then you get a 10.
And I was a dancer, so that's why I pay attention to it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. We move.
Do we have to?
Harry and Riley.
Okay, I might as well.
Hold on. Let me do the Argentine tango. Doing Blinding Lights by District 78. Now.
Well, well, I mean, he did put more effort into the dance. I gotta give props to him, but still, it was not enough for me. It is still the bare minimum. I'm sorry, Benny was the worst dancer last year. At least he put more effort and more in his dances than what he's doing right here. This little man in this corner. At least Benny actually was trying to do better, even though Benny was sucked. He actually was trying to actually do the move. Like Benny was actually trying to dance. Him, he's doing the bare minimum. And it's literally just lifting Riley in the air. Riley is doing all the work to me. And on that, she brought Lindsay in to help him. And it was better, but it still was not enough for me. I just don't understand. And it's pissing me off because when we get there, it's pissing me off because he's still there. And especially the people, like, at least these last two eliminations, like, those two couples are better than him for his dancing. And he's still here, which pisses me off. So it's kind of like, when we're gonna stop, like, you guys understand he has the fun personality, but like, when are we gonna understand that it's time for him to go? Let's stop trying to push the storyline for him, like this whole thing for him. Like, it's his time to go, and we need to be like, we're really going to stop because as far as voting, I feel like he's probably one of the highest vote getters so far. His scores and his dancing is horrible. Like, he has the fan base, which is like, we need to stop. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I have to say is I am happy that Riley is still getting the active pro paycheck for having to deal with him. That's all. The dance was not good.
No, didn't like it. Scores?
I'm a 6.
5.
6. And for some reason, nobody listened to what we were saying. They gave them all 7s.
Those are pity scores. Those are pity scores. That's what it is. Pity scores. Pity scores. Because I know he's upset because he's not doing well, and it's like, especially they just wanting him to be happy. So pity scores.
You can't. Well, never mind. We move. Let's move on to somebody I do like. Barry Williams. doing the Viennese waltz. It's the man's world by Jane. It's a man's world. I love that song. Okay.
You
But
better
yeah,
hit no.
yeah, this is a man's world. Yeah.
She always hits the note. Hello.
Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
speaking of Barry, I love this dance. I just love Barry. He gets in the character, and Derek, I'm gonna bop you in the nose. Cause what the hell are you talking about? Not get off on my Barry, cause he actually was doing the dance. He was like, there was like, I don't know, it wasn't your best dance. I'm like, Derek, what are you talking about? Like, I just love Barry. Like he was in the character, he told the story, and he was in control of PETA, and I loved it. Okay, Derek could go somewhere. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I thought it's the best thing he's done so far, and I was mad at Derek. I'm like, what the? Okay, please acknowledge that the man is improving. He is
Acknowledge
indeed
that.
improving. So please acknowledge that PETA is doing every damn thing she can do with what she's given. I'm also very happy that she still has her active pro paycheck. I'm very happy about that for her. But yeah, I thought this was good. I thought it was solid. He's getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he has limitations because he's an older man. But I thought for what they did, it was really solid.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was a really good dance. I agree. I think this is one of his best dances. He is definitely improving. It shows in every week he's doing something more and more. I appreciate the showmanship that is Barry Williams because he knows his strengths and he knows his weaknesses. He is not just going to be the strongest male out there doing all the lifts and all the things. But what he can do is perform. And what he does is perform. And I appreciate that. I love this dance. I thought it was so good. I thought it was one of his better dances. And I'm going to give flowers what flowers to do. Barry Williams, you are doing the doggone thing. Period.
Period.
Scores.
It was an 8.
I'll give it an 8.
It was definitely an 8 for me. And the judges, except Derek, agreed with us. Derek gave him a 7. But I'm like, whatever, Derek. Then we move to Ariana and Pasha doing the Argentine tango, The Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. I thought that was an interesting choice of music for this dance, but I kind of liked it. But
Oh my god. I'm just so happy for Pasha that he has finally gotten a good partner. Like I'm just so happy that he just almost I don't know, you can tell like when a pro is happy just to finally have someone that is just good to dance, who's good at dancing and is good to be able to really like show, your strengths as a pro, as a teacher, as a choreographer. And she is doing everything. She is improving week after week. And one thing, she knows how to tell a story and perform. And she knows how to, and her, like, especially with this dance, you have to be sharp. Your kicks got to have sharp kicks and flicks and, and also the lips and stuff. And she was clean. It was a clean, classic Argentine tango. It was perfection. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, she's still in the running to win this thing. That's all I'm saying.
mm-hmm.
I love this. I thought it was so good. It was so solid. She is improving at a rapid, it's almost an exponential pace.
Mm-hmm.
Not that she started bad necessarily, but she has grown so much. And you can tell that like she's growing as a person too. And I really like seeing that. Seeing her twice on my TV this week was very exciting because she is featured now on Love Island Games and I love it. But yeah, this was great.
And BravoCon.
Oh, period. Yes, Miss Ariana is booked and busy and paid, and I love it. I love that for her. I love the improvement that she is making. She has come leaps and bounds. Like she started off good and she just kept getting better and better each week. She knows how to tell a story. She is growing, and not just in dance, but in herself. Like the confidence that she has is when you look at the first dance to where she is now, the confidence, you can see it is oozing out of her. And I love that for her. I love that for Pasha, that they can just take this duo and just give us amazing dances. And the chemistry between them is amazing. It's so great. I love it. And yes, I do love seeing Miss Ariana on our TV screens more than once in a week. So yes, I loved it. I was a fan of this. Scores.
A 10 for me.
9.
I would give it a 9. And me and Logan were on the side, but we did get a 10 out of this. Ariana got a 10, so I was very happy about this. Mm-hmm. I was happy for her. She was good. We move to Miss Lele Pons and Brandon doing the Passe Double to Bloody Mary by Lady Gaga.
I love this. She ate this down. She was so far. It was her best dance so far, and the whole thing. She was good. I know they said she did kind of mess with a few things, but for me, it wasn't as bad as what they were trying to make it be. And here's my problem. The problem is they judge her so hard, especially Carrie Ann, so hard. They especially when it comes to critique, they judge her very hard for us, like her, messing up and everything. So oh, you messed up, but then like, oh, I liked it. But for her, it's kind of like you messed up. You gotta fix those things. So it's kind of like you have to be on the same level as far as critique. You're gonna be like, you messed up, but I liked it. Beautiful, work hard on that. And I'll just be like, work harder. I'm sorry, you're messing up. I can't do that. You gotta be equal as far as critiques on what you're saying. So to me, it was still a good routine. It wasn't a tan dance, but it was her best dance though. But it wasn't as bad as what they were trying to do as far as mistakes.
There were definitely a couple of mistakes. It wasn't an absolutely perfect routine, but I do think this is the best she's had so far. I definitely agree. I think there's absolute improvement there, by far, no question. And we'll talk about it, but I'm also mad at other certain things we will talk about later. But I thought she did lovely.
I did too. I thought she did a solid job. It was not as horrible as people tried to make it out to be. Was it perfect? No. Was it bad? No. It was good. I don't know if I want to think. It was a great dance from her. I don't know if it was her best dance for me, but it was still a great dance from her. And I think she did really, really well. Scores.
It was a 9 for me.
If I could give her an 8.5, I would, but I'm not going to, so I'm just going to give her an 8.
I was going to give her an 8 as well. It was good. Dum-dum. 33 points for Miss Lily Pong.
I'm happy someone gave her a 9. Thank you, Bruno. Thank you, Bruno.
Maurizio and Emma doing the Argentine tango to Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I love it.
Oh,
I don't know why I do love that song.
I mean, another one who's been improving, he this was a good dance. It was clean. It was, I think, probably the second best far as Argentine tangos, the second best out of the 3 he did today. There was some I think he needed to be more grounded with his footwork, but far as it was still a good routine. And he has been putting in the work. Like he has been really, and it's just unfortunate when we get there, what happened. As far as this was his best dance up to date.
Yeah, I there was improvement. I would say less so than a couple of other people that we've really seen big improvement from. But I don't think this was bad by any means of the imagination. I think the character, more than anything, he got into the character. He knew what he was there to do, and he did it. The footwork still needs some work. The form still needs a little bit, but overall, I thought it was good.
I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was good. We've seen some improvement from Lucio. And I was like, that's so great. I love that he is improving. I love that he was improving in this dance and that he is putting in the work. He's showing that he really wants to be there. And that's why I just kind of hate what happened, but I kind of just like, I appreciate what he did in this dance. It was a solid performance, but he could move. He definitely could improve, but it was solid. 4.
8.
8.
8.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun. 31.
Now, why did Niecy have to go out there and give him a 7?
No, I had to laugh. I
was like, Niecy.
Niecy said no. I didn't really like it.
Actually, I have to say, Niecy was very good with far as critiques, so she actually did a very good job. She wasn't like over like by the score, and she gave how she felt, and it was her opinion, but it still wasn't like kind of like BS scores. If you know what I'm saying, it wasn't BS.
Last but not least, we had Miss Charity and Artem doing the jive to Skeleton Sam.
Okay, I would say there were some parts, like there were some cool parts in there, so it was very cool, very fun. But I'm not gonna lie, I first about the costume. Who thought it was a good idea to have a tutu with that costume? Prison, honey. Prison. Like, whoever did Charity's costume and makeup, the makeup was fine with the costume. Hot boo-boo mess. I'm sorry. And that was on the Drag Race stage, a chop. Okay, I would definitely say this is not my favorite routine for her. It was a good routine, but it was kind of like, I was kind of like, I really wanted to kind of like, up the performance aspect, because I feel like thing is she has the technique down, no doubt about it. We ain't worried about that. I think it's just the performance aspect is what is lacking, and that's why that's why her performance has been like top notch. Like, I want to like switch like what happened like her contemporary from last week, the way she just let herself go, and that was a moment. So it's kind of like, it was kind of a step down from her last performance, but it was still a good routine though. I just want her to really just have the performance aspect. If she just has at 100 with the technique, like she's unstoppable. It's what we need basically from her consistently.
I was gonna say this felt like a step down for me from her contemporary, which I think is my favorite dance of the season so far. Honestly, I loved it. This was good. I just think the faster dances are not necessarily her forte. I think she does a lot better with something more a little bit slower, more fluid, things like that. And that's not a bad thing. I do still think she did a pretty good job here. Nothing horrible, nothing bad, but not up to the quality that we know Charity to have.
Right. I agree. I think it was a step backwards from the contemporary routine, because I thought that was just stunning and gorgeous.
But just like a half step back.
Half step, not a full step, not a full like. Yeah, but it was because that dance was just so. I still just think about it, but I don't think this is a bad dance. I just think it wasn't her best dance. Yeah, it was fine. I just think what the bar has been raised for her. She raised the bar so high for herself that we expect to see that her reach that bar every single time. And sometimes we don't reach the bars that we set for ourselves, and it's okay. It's always next week. So, scores.
I'm gonna give it was an 8.
8.
I'm gonna be the nice one and give it a 9. Just because. 35 for Charity. And then we have the Hustle and the Charleston Marathon to Staying Alive and Grim Grinning Ghost.
I loved when they had the little like death person coming in and be like, snatch.
The probably would have shook. It probably would have scared me. I remember they was doing it where Dochi was doing like, with the Kindle scores. Dochi was like, baby, hey, you don't get off of me. Like you were so close. Like they were in character too well that night for sure.
Yeah.
But these are these are the results. Barry and Peter and Harry and Riley got 1 point. Allison and Sasha and Maurizio and Emma got 2 points. Charity and Artem and Jason and Daniela got 3 points. Lele and Brandon and Ariana and Pasha got 4 points. And our 5 point champion goes to Zochi and Val. I mean, the
I was a little surprised Jason went out in fourth, honestly. I was like, oh, Lele beat him? All right, cool.
I mean, actually, Lele being top 3 in Makalai, it was deserved for me. Like, because she was actually, right, like, for the first part of the hustle, you could tell she was in the front part. You could tell she was, like, I think when it comes to, like, just, like, her just moving in freestyle, like, she know how to move. She's an entertainer. I just know, like, she was feeling it in the first part. Especially, I think when it got to the ending, like, she actually was getting into it. Unfortunately, she just got into it late. And the other two, like Ariana and Zochi, they were probably doing like all the Harper stuff. So she got cut third, but still, she actually really impressed me. She was consistently well, but it was kind of good that the top 5 were pretty much like the best of the best at everybody else. So it was pretty much who was the stronger one at the point. So, but I think Zochi winning, it was deserved. I give it props to her. It could have been any other 5, but I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. So we get down to our elimination, and we lose Mauricio and Emma. Sad, because I really love Emma. I just love Emma,
and I feel bad for him too. He was still better than Harry as far as that. He was improving in scores, so it was kind of like, ugh. But unfortunately, I just feel like, unfortunately, I think the fan base was not on his side. But I do appreciate, his improvement, and he has gotten better. So I'm very proud of his journey. He had he did a very good job. 6 solid weeks of dances, and he should be proud of his time and his improvement. That's all I can say.
Definitely.
So we move to this week's episode. Music video night. Now, I don't know about nobody else, but I was excited about this night. I was like, I'm ready. I want to see what happens. And then when I saw what everybody was performing to, I was like,
And then when I saw one of the songs, I said, ooh.
Ooh. So if we guys would decide which music video would have loved to recreate?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I know mine for sure.
I have mine for sure.
I do too. I think I would want to do "All Right" by Janet Jackson.
All right, okay, Janet.
All right with me, do. Baby. Oh, I would dance my behind off to that song. Okay.
Tell me why I also picked Janet.
Oh,
I want to do If. Literally.
I feel like the one I would have chosen, it would have probably made history. It would have been talked about to this day. Single Ladies, Beyonce. Oh, doing Beyonce Single Ladies.
Right.
The whole choreography.
That would.
I just know definitely if I would have been like, I would like, can we stay late? Because Beyonce, even though it looks simple, but it's hard to do it.
Yeah.
Because I would have been iconic, Single Ladies. So I was like, no, at least no Beyonce and a music video night at all. Beyonce, but it's like, it's okay. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. So let's jump in to our first person, and it is Miss Lele Pons and Brandon doing a salsa to Shakira, whenever. And I was like, yes! We're meant to be together. Oh, I love that song. Okay.
First out, I'm gonna say this is the best dance for sure. Like the first part, let me tell you, she got them hips. When she was moving them hips, she was with the girl with the first with the girls. She was hitting, she was popping it. I was like, you better go off. All right, it was a good routine. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna give her a 10, but I would say what makes it not a 10, it was just I think it was to try to get into the lifts. You can tell she kind of just like she was kind of like scared to do it, but also anticipating the lifts. So the lifts didn't come out as clean as well as far as like transitions, like the lifts and stuff. As far as the overall like content, like the salsa and the performance, it was amazing. So it was not a 10, but it was still her best dance, and she was feeling it, and I enjoyed it. She captured Shakira for sure.
The fact that there are 4 other people in this competition that had either the same or a lower score than her, and we saw what happened later on in the episode. I don't think she is one of us, but that's homophobic. That is disrespectful to Lele. That is disrespectful to Brandon. That is disrespectful to Shakira. She slayed the hell out of this. The lift, I do agree, there was a bit of hesitation, so it wasn't like the perfect thing, but this was by far her best dance.
By far. From the very beginning, when she hit that stage and them lights hit and she started moving her hips, I was like, oh, okay, girl. And she held her own standing next to 2 professional dancers right there. And when she came out, it was so good. I think she slayed this. Yes, hesitant on the lift, but everything else was so dang good. It was so good. Her and Brandon looked so hot together, and it was so spicy. And then when he walked away and she ended it on I was like, oh, Lele.
And we cannot forget to talk about our guest judge,
Paula
Abdul.
Love her.
Paula Abdul.
Paula Abdul.
You know what? To be honest, though, I would actually, you know what? So I would probably like, you know what? Let's do a Paula Abdul music video. I did it from Paula Abdul. That would have been enough.
Straight up.
No. Cold-hearted snake.
I did that one.
Vibology.
One of those 3. I was like, you know, let's see. She the judge. I'm gonna show her, like, you know, I'm gonna do it to you. I'm gonna show her that I'm that girl. I know it. I'm gonna be like, you know, it's gonna. I better now this dance, or she gonna eat me up alive, and I'll never dance. But that would have been nerve.
Or we would have did nasty, because you know she choreographed nasty for Janet Jackson. I'm just saying it would have been. I love Paula Abdul is such a great dancer, and people don't give her the credit she deserves for being such an amazing choreographer and dancer back in the 80s and 90s, because she ate it up. She killed it. And yeah, props to Paula Abdul. But Lele ate this up. Just so good. Scores, y'all.
It would have been a 10, but for those lifts that took it down, so it was a 9.
9.
A 9 for to be.
Dun.
She got 1 9
from Carrie-Ann.
So this next one made me go.
Babe.
Ariana and Tasha doing I'm a Slave for You from Britney Spears. And I was like, oop, y'all wait till old girls get up out of here before y'all do a Britney Spears. I love it because she don't deserve to do Britney Spears. Because she don't deserve to do Britney Spears. But period. Let's talk about this.
Let me tell you, I'm not gonna. I feel like it would have been like one performance who I feel who should have got more tans. It was her. She at least deserved at least 2 or 3 tans, because baby, she was in that thing. The cha-cha was good, and then the whole choreography part with the pros, she had every beat sharp, fluid. She was. Let me tell you, she was Britney. She was Britney. She gave Britney, like baby, art. Like, let me tell you, Ariana. I'm so glad. Like, she is exploring her confidence, her fierceness, her diviness. You can tell she really is being her true self. Being like just seeing her just blossom into a performer. It's just insane to me. Like, I really thought it was Britney Spears come out of her house just to do the one night gig, and like she ate it up. Like, oh. Like it was everything.
The way she said, fuck Jamie Lynn, and I said that shit. And they came out here and destroyed this routine. Is Ariana my winner pick now? Maybe. Maybe. Baby. Yes. She did that.
This is the video. This is a Britney Spears song for me that I know every piece of this choreography. And when she said, I was like, doing it with her because I love the choreography to this video. And when they did that turn and boop, boop, I love this so much. I think at the moment when Britney was doing this and she was on like all the different award shows doing this, I watched every performance that I could of her doing this performance just to learn that choreography because it was so good. And I loved the way it moved and how she moved and how she looked doing it. This was my favorite routine from Britney Spears. And so when Ariana did this and she came out here and destroyed it, I was like, yes, mama, do it. And I hope your ex-husband is looking at you just regretting every single mistake that he made. Like, look at this woman I let go. She is a baddie. She is a baddie. And she is on national TV showing how bad she is. This stands for me. Chef kiss. Period. Scores.
10. 10.
10.
10, 10, 10s across the board, honey. But they didn't all agree with us. Only one did, and she got 37. And that was from the guest judge. Miss Paula Abdul said 10. And I was like, yes, Paula, as you should. Whatever, to Bruno and Carrie and Derek. Whatever. This should have been a perfect 40. This should have been a perfect 40. We move to Jesus Christ.
Now I know you're big mad at this.
No, I'm big, man.
Okay. I know I'm mad at this, but go ahead, go ahead, Lana. Go ahead, girl.
Jazz to it's gonna be me. Fight and sync. I will save my thoughts for my time, but no, I have a lot of them. Go ahead, Kamora.
So first, I was saying, I mean, you brought fucking Lance Bass up in this bitch, and you still did not deliver. And I think out of all things, jazz should be the easiest thing you should do. Like, cause you can't do that. You can't do no ladder or Barbara dances. At least jazz is basically like freestyle. Basically, it's basically what it is. Like you could at least could have did some basic jazz moves. You'd have been fine. But no, you can't do that. Every time I was cackling. Okay, it was so cringe. I cannot stop laughing because it was so bad. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Like I was cackling. It was funny. I was like, really? Like really? You can't. This is cringe. You can't do basic jazz stuff. I don't understand. So, if you're telling me you can't do basic, you know what? I'm saying you can't dance. I'm sorry. God and bless you. We'll at least we'll do like a 2-step. Shit, I don't think he can't even do at least do the creepy shuffle and shit. The cha-cha slide, bitch, he can't even do those shit either. Like he has no rhythm. I'm like basic jazz moves. You can't do that either. Like I'm done.
No. That's all.
Thank you for yielding your time because I have thoughts.
I know you did, and that's why I did.
So, first of all, how dare you, with your non-dancing, non-rhythm, having self decide that you will go pick NSYNC to dance to. For those who don't know, NSYNC is my group. NSYNC is my favorite group of all time. NSYNC brought me and kept me through a lot of depression in my life. So they are special to me in my whole life. With my whole old age of 45 years old, I still will do anything for NSYNC. If NSYNC go on tour this year, I will sell my whole kidney to go be in that concert. That's how important NSYNC is to me. So for you, Harry, to disrespect the choreography to one of their greatest hits of It's Gonna Be Me. You owe every member and every NSYNC fan a huge apology for that. That was awful. God awful. He should be sent home just for that. Like, no votes, no scores. For coming out there doing that, they should be like, get out. Go. Just walk away. And then you have the nerve to try to make fun of Justin Timberlake's hair in the video. Like, you don't deserve to be anywhere near Justin Timberlake, JC Chazé, Lance Bass, Joey Fatone, or Christopher Kirkpatrick. You don't deserve to be in their realm with your disgusting no dancing self. I am heated at this. I was excited when I saw NSYNC song was going to be on Dancing with the Stars, but then I saw who was dancing, and I was like, son of a... You know how long I waited for NSYNC songs to be played on Dancing with the Stars and for them to actually play NSYNC music with NSYNC voices on Dancing with the Stars? And when we finally do, we get Frankenstein over here flipping around on the stage. I am heated. I am heated with this. I like Riley. You are doing the best you could do with this big old oof of a man. I hate it here. I am so mad. And then to know later on in this same show, we get a whole group dance to what the and it's a whole group dance where it was actually decent, and we get Oompa Loompa clumping around to NSYNC. Absolutely not. I am so disgusted. I am so livid. I want him gone. I want him gone so bad. He can do nothing in my eyes that will make up for this. There's nothing he could do to make up for this dance. I want him gone. I don't like him. And you can like him all you want if you want to. People watching, you can like him. I don't care. I don't like him. That's my opinion. I want him gone.
Oh. Woo. Woo.
I've been holding that in all day because I waited to today to watch the dances for a reason, and I've been holding that in all day. So I feel better releasing it.
I'm glad.
Get that fan, Lila. Get that fan. Get that fan. You better fan yourself off, okay? Cool it down, baby. Heat it. Cool it down.
Oh, I am heated. Okay. Okay.
My score is a 6. Actually, yeah, 6.
It's so bad. I want to give you a 0, but I can't do that. So I'm going to give you a 1.
I'm at your 1. I hate him so much. I hate him so much for ruining. And you had the nerve to bring Lance in the building with you, and you oh my God.
Lana, I'm just gonna move it along.
Yeah.
He got a 24 somehow. I don't know why. Jason Mraz.
Thank you.
No, I want to get mad at this one. It's not gonna get mad. Yeah, this is my rant here.
I'm like, do I have a rant? Do I have someone to rant about?
Oh, he did Take on Me
Okay,
by
here,
by the way.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yeah.
they've been pissing off with this one. Now, not these two. Those two could do no in my book. It was the goddamn judges. What the fuck were you talking about? Because first you said that was actual, like when it came to the jazz, you said he gave actual jazz moves, and you're telling me this was underwhelming? Are you kidding me? Like this was amazing. The story and the impact and the way the Yella does her choreography. She knows how to give a good storyline with every piece of choreography. Like she knows how to give a performance. She knows details. She is very detailed and intricate with her like I don't understand why this whole thing was underwhelming to me. Like it makes no sense. Like I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause, like the thing is like we're going on week 8 of this competition, and no one has not gotten a perfect score. At least 2 9s, at least three nine, at least like at least more, at least like than 110. We haven't got that. We're going on week 8, so I was kind of thinking, what is gonna take for these couples to get a perfect score? Cause it's kind of like crazy, especially like the top ones tonight. They were getting like, especially him. He got scores all over the place. To me, this was amazing. This was his best dance, in my opinion. Like it was amazing. I enjoyed it. So to me, it was kind of like, what are you talking about? Like I don't know. Like they were on something today. The judges, except Paula. Well,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Paula. That one time, I was kind of like, before I said Paula was on it, but it was kind of like, what? Like,
I think Paula was on it for the most part.
but yeah.
I enjoyed this. I don't think this was my favorite from him. I'll be honest, but I do think it was a solid dance. There was a little bit of, I noticed a bit of hesitancy with him in this, which is something I never really have seen from Jason. But I thought overall, I like the choice. Take on Me as a classic choice. I love the way it started with the camera just on Daniela, and he was like, and I thought that was all cute. The way the whole thing came together was lovely for me.
Yeah, I think it was a good date. I was like, do I think it was? I don't know if I would particularly give it a 10, but I thought it was a really good dance for Jason. I thought they did a good job. I always enjoyed the way Daniela choreographs things, and I think he's just continuously getting better and better with each routine and each week. And so I don't know. I like this dance for him. I liked how he moved. I liked everything about it. It was really good for me. Scores.
9.
8.
I would give it a 9. I got 35. Got a couple of nine. Got a 9.
A 9 and 10
got a
and
9,
2
a 10, and 2 8s. Like, okay. All like you said, all over the place. But Allison and Sasha doing the quick step to Candyman by Miss Christina Aguilera. I was like, ooh, all of my pop babes is on this show today. Love it. And should be. Kamorion.
I would say that this is a surprise dance. I would definitely say for sure. I actually loved it. When I first found out they were doing a quick step, I was kind of like, I don't know. For me, a quick step does not go with this song in particular. I feel like a jive would have fit more better with the song. But it was like, but the whole first part was so cute. She was giving the whole choreography scene with the whole singing part. And when she got to the quick step, she was very clean. It was a very clean routine. It was her best routine for sure. In my opinion, I feel she was on the same level as like Jason and Lele. To be honest, absolutely not. But it was still a good routine, so I enjoyed it still. But it wasn't when it came to her score. It was kind of like you're comparing this to Lele and Jason's levels. I was like, yeah, but it was still. I enjoyed it. It was still good. Her best routine so far. It was clean.
She did so good. I was so happy for her. I was like, finally. Feels like finally Allison Hannigan is here. Oh, I'm so excited. Definitely her best routine by far. I love this choice. I do agree with you. I think really any other style other than quick step probably would have been a little bit better for me. But I really enjoyed this. Her face was in it. She was in character. Her frame was really good. I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, I think she did a really good job. I think this was her best dance. She looked the part. She was in frame. She was in hold. Her quick step was clean. I thought it was a really good dance for her. I just love Allison. I know she's not winning, but it's okay because I just love seeing her dance and seeing her improve and seeing the joy that comes from her when she's dancing. She looks like she's having such a great time on that floor, and I love that for her. And I enjoyed this dance a lot. So, of course,
It was an 8.
8.
8. Got a 33. Got 1 9 out of the deal from Miss Paula Abdul. So love it for her. Zochi Val doing a jazz routine too. Holla back, ain't no holla back, girl. Ain't no holla back, girl. But Miss Stefani.
Oh my god! What I finally were doing was I was like, oh my god! Finally, this song is with the stars. I was kind of like, we're gonna have this song on the show. Finally, first of all, I was like, I was very surprised that for this night they were able to get all the copyrights to all the songs, to the actual audio of the songs. But then I look at next week's song list for Whitney Houston. I'm like,
No, we're not getting all
now
that.
where it went wrong?
We ain't getting all that.
Right.
We gonna get the band singing it. We ain't gonna get Whitney singing it.
And yeah, as far as that, I would say there was the fun routine. It was just unfortunate, like the whole hat mishap for me. I don't think it should have got marked down for that because it wasn't her fault. They put the hat on her, so it wasn't her fault to me. Unfortunately, it kind of just gagged her a little bit. As far as that, it was still a fun routine. I enjoyed it. Maybe it wasn't wasn't my fave from her. Not her best performance, but it was still a fun routine. I just didn't feel like that. I did like cut the hat through her off, but I feel like it wasn't her fault. They put the hat on her, not her. So. And unfortunately, they didn't put it on her right. So unfortunately, it kind of screwed her up a little bit. But it was still a good routine regardless. I enjoyed it.
Well, I guess it's time for my rant. Everybody's ranting tonight. It's time for my rant.
Please.
Now, Zochi, this is no shade to you, my darling, because I think you're lovely. But how dare you bring that woman anywhere near Dancing with the Stars? How dare you? I felt disrespected. I felt offended. I do not like Gwen Stefani.
Oh, really?
I do not like Gwen Stefani one damn bit.
I need to hear this story. I'm gabbing this one. How did I hear
the cultural appropriation is strong with that one. That's all you need to know.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh.
I said what I said.
Mm.
And another thing. I don't like her husband either. And another thing. Miranda Lambert is a lovely woman. But with all that being said, I thought Zochi did great. It definitely was.
I hate you so much. I really do hate you. I need to trapdoor you right now.
Oh my god.
My opinion is very valid, okay?
Sure.
I didn't give either of y'all any blowback after your rants. So you know what? I feel I'm gonna trapdoor myself.
Oh,
no. You know what? No, I won't do it. No, I thought she did good. I do agree. I don't think this was her best dance by any means of the imagination, but I do still think it was a very solid dance. I think the song choice, regardless of how I feel about the woman, I think the song choice is fine. And it fit with the routine. The hat mishap, it happened. It happened. And it is what it is. But I thought she did lovely. A solid dance from Zochi.
Sure. I mean, I love Gwen Stefani. I do. I'm a fan of Gwen Stefani. And it's so funny how we all talk about cultural appropriation, when everybody cultural appropriates everything from everybody. But it's okay. I like Gwen. I love this song. This is one of my favorite Gwen Stefani songs. I'm gonna say that. This is one of my favorite Gwen Stefani songs. Um, and I think so she performed it so good. It was really good for me. It gave me the whole vibe of the video that was in, and she looked like it. It was she had the swag behind it. I loved it. The hat, this hat, okay. I kind of feel like they didn't even need the hat in the first place because that hat was gonna fall off regardless because they were flipping around and doing all that hat wasn't gonna stay on her head anyway. Now maybe they practiced it and it did stay on before, but it just that big old encompassing hat. It was just too big. But I kind of liked it. I agree. Not her best dance because last week was really good. But I thought it was really good. It was solid. It was good. They had a good time doing it. So, of course. Scores? Kamara?
I'm gonna give it a 9. 9.
9.
9. Charity doing a jazz routine to All For You by Miss Janet Jackson. Interesting. Come on.
I was excited when I found out she was doing this. So I was kind of like, I think she's gonna nail it. I was kind of like, but not gonna lie, she got a lot of pressure because Paula Abdul is in that seat. Someone who has choreographed for Janet during her early career as a star. So it was kind of like no pressure, right? Now, unfortunately, here we go. Unfortunately, okay, she started out good with the girls, but I don't know. It wasn't. I don't know. For me, this was another step down. Unfortunately, I don't know what it was. Cute. It was kind of like I don't know what happened. I think the choreography was boring. I don't know. Artem. Something's. I don't know. You were kind of getting the choreography. This one last week was kind of getting like, meh. I'm gonna need you to get back to word, bitch, word, like we always do. I like because I don't know. It was something missing from this routine. Like there was some part where she was actually like hitting moves, and then there was some part she's kind of like not hitting it, or not like getting like like she wasn't like she was kind of like she was getting the moves, but it wasn't like I'm having a good time. Like I wasn't vibing to it. It wasn't the vibe, unfortunately. And I felt like I just need Charlie to just let go, like have fun. Like I need you to have fun because this is the fun song the group to. Yeah, I understand focus the move because it's Janet, but still you have to have the thing with Janet is yes, the moves like the choreography is tight and sharp, but still the expression and the performance you want the audience to feel what you're feeling, and that's what Janet does. And I just didn't feel like she really she didn't make me feel anything. It was good, but I wanted more. And I know she can give more, so that's just my like disappointment. But it was still a good routine. It wasn't like bad amenities, but it was like I want her to wake up because eventually it's gonna get to that pressure. It's gonna like wake up. It's gonna hurt her in the end, which I hope it is not because I need a black girl in the finale and I want a black girl to win. Point blank period.
I think we're gonna see Charity return to form next week. Like I said, like we just talked about with oh Lord, what did she just do? The other one we talked about?
Zoji?
No, what did she do last? Jive. Just like we talked about with her jive. Faster dances are not her forte, and that's okay. She's got a Viennese waltz next week, and I think we're gonna get back to form for Charity. So I'm not worried about her whatsoever. I'm not worried about her when it comes. I'm a little worried about her when it comes to the dance off because they set my girl up to fail. But I thought this was fine. I do agree. I think it's another little half step back for Charity, but I don't think this was bad by any means of the imagination. This was like right in the middle for me, which right now is fine for her to be in.
Yeah, I believe being in the front. I mean, not being in front. When she was dancing with the girls, they looked like they were having fun. She looked like I was with my girls, having a party, jamming. It was something about when Artem came in that just kind of lost the connection. and it was. I don't know if Artem likes jazz or if Artem doesn't like jazz. It just wasn't.
Doesn't seem like it.
Doesn't seem like it.
I
It just
mean, talk about someone who hated contemporary as
yeah,
well,
but he killed it.
but he killed it. But I just I was think he's not like those like the jazz. I think he's very more like classic bar. I think he's more like in ballroom, this like ballroom, just mostly ballroom.
And that's why I think next week is going to be a really good week for them. But yeah, half step back, but it was still good. I still enjoyed it, and she looked cute. So, of course,
It was an 8.
8.
32.
And they got 8s.
They got 8s. That's what they got. And finally, we have Barry Williams and Peter Murgatroyd doing "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John with a quick step.
I'm in my first era because that was sabotage. That was sabotage.com. Whoever thought giving him a quick step to the song was a good idea, baby, no, you were setting him up for failure. And that's what you kind of did. And guess what? He proved you wrong. But here, the thing is, to me, he did good what he was able to do. I think Peter had to work hard. I think I give props to Peter for working as much as she can to do this type of style of dance for the song. Because to me, like the song, honestly, yeah, it's a quick step. For me, that song is more of a jive. Like this song, I don't think it's like this song is most like this song is basically like a jive song. There's no quick step or anything. Because I think quick step is more like quick tempo, like more like that, more like this is like more like a upbeat kind of poppy dance number. And I feel like it would have been. I think it would have been a jive. I think he would probably do way better with a jive. It probably would have had more fun with it, and get more Barry in a jive than a quick step. And unfortunately, it started slow, but I mean, he did his best. He did his best. I can't blame it though. But actually, I didn't know that Bruno was actually in the actual music video. That was Bruno. But I was like, okay, Bruno. You know what I mean? Before I was like, yeah, I just felt he was set up to fail. What I'm gonna say. It set my Barry up.
Barry and Peter doing the world's slowest quick step. I was like, no. I'm like, I don't want to see Barry do a jive. Can he do a jive? That's a genuine question. I'm like, can he do a jive? I don't know. I don't want him to injure himself. This was as good as he could do with what he was given. Peter did the best she could with what she was given, and that's that.
Yep, I don't have to say anything because y'all just said it all. Period. Scores.
I had to give it a 7.
I wish I could give it something higher, but it's gonna be a 7.
Yeah. Still love you, Barry.
Bum-bum.
It's a 7. And that's what he got.
Yeah, you were set up, my man. They set you up for failure, maybe. They set you up down.
So then we have freestyle teams. And they do a freestyle dance. And so the first team was Team Youngin style, doing Gangnam style with Charity and Artem, Harry and Riley, Lele and Brandon, and Sochi and Val. Yep, there's the team. There they go.
Like, here's my thing. Harry, how the hell you can't do a fucking jazz do and seat right? When we get to this dance, you actually do got like he actually gagged me. I'm like, damn, like finally, babe, you finally moved. You finally moved something in your tank. You finally was doing this. I was like, you were able to do that. How, when it came to jazz, what happened? What the fuck happened? Like what? What? But anyways, that was amazing. I enjoyed it. It was fun. They ate. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Every solo part ate. I mean, he ate that one thing. That one and only thing. Yeah. Yeah, but it was a fun routine. There were some parts a little before I was like it was all right clean. The whole vibe was good. Like they were in mostly sync. Like they really worked very well, and they use everyone's strengths and witness like with Charity as far as like her cheerleading skills. When they toss her up in the air and they call her out, and then they go here. Obviously, it was hair. And sorry, air was. I'm like, okay, And then Lele's part, amazing. So just it was a whole ass vibe. I enjoyed myself. I mean, it's not as iconic as the first time they did it on the show. I mean, that would always be iconic, even though it was iconic in a bad way. But it was still iconic, retaining. I mean, it was still a joke, but it. I loved it. It was amazing.
I think 7 of the 8 people on the floor during this routine ate. Only 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Girl.
Cut it in half.
Cut it in half.
Cha-cha.
That's all.
And I agree with you. I appreciate watching those 7 people dance. Because that last person can
Those 7, fabulous.
Fabulous. And deserve the 40 that they got. Those 7 deserve the 40 that they got.
Thank you, Barry Arnold, for at least trying to do something with this man. I feel like, to be honest with you, had there been no Barry Arnold and then to help this man at least try to do something, oh my God, he would have sabotaged all 3 of them bitches. I would be mad.
Could you imagine if they had put Harry and Barry on the same freestyle team?
Ooh.
It's like, I feel bad for whoever else is against them.
I really wish they would have switched Harry with Jason, but that's just me.
You know what?
Ariana. Or Ariana.
Yeah.
Full female team.
But here is the crazy thing: the first purpose score of the season is from a team dance, not individual.
And that and the only way Harry would ever get close to a 10 is in a team dance.
That's
close to a 10.
No, I'm really trying to figure out what is how they're gonna get a perfect 40. How they're gonna get it? How they're gonna earn it? I'm trying to figure out how it's gonna happen.
Then the next team is Team 4. Everybody dancing to the Backstreet Boys. Everybody.
Oh, stop it, Lana.
I'm not a fan. Even if I like the Backstreet Boys, I don't like that song. That song bothers my whole life. Here's the team: Allison and Sasha, Ariana and Pasha, Barry and Peter, and Jason and Daniela.
I see what they were trying to do, but I'm not sure. I cannot lie that I was confused or what's going on or what's happening. And here's my thing. What I think what they talked about last year. I remember last year it was the dance. It was Shangela, Benny, on them, and what the deal was. Everybody was just standing there clapping while everybody was doing the solo parts. That's it. And it was like, it's not really a team dance if you all just stand to the side doing nothing and just just a couple just doing the whole part of a team dance. Like we expect more like group choreography. I feel like that was missing in this one. It was kind of like everyone kind of standing in the back waiting for the turn during their moments. I mean, there was some group parts, but I just felt it just didn't hit. Like it was still fun, but it was kind of like I was kind of underwhelmed. I thought like it was actually gonna really like go bold and beyond with this one. But I would definitely say Jason's part 8 and Ariana was the best one out of all of them as far as like her solo moment.
Ariana was for sure the best by far for me. She really stood out. I felt like Jason kind of blended in a little bit, and I wasn't really expecting him to blend in the way that I thought, in the way that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Barry did the absolute best he could. Allison did the absolute best she could. It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I liked the little tango at the beginning part where everybody came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and doing the whole little Backstreet part of the song, it was kind of cute. Other than that, it was fine. They didn't win the dance off. They got 37. And
I would have loved if they would have done NSYNC and Backstreet Boys for the group dances. I think that would have been a fun moment.
That would have been cute.
Like, just let what's his face do Gangnam for his solo.
Solo and call it a day. But we are going to the elimination part. And
oh my god!
This is the worst part ever of the night because
Rilla
and Brandon were eliminated over some nonsense.
You know what? I am gonna leave.
And on that note, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, it was. We hate it here.
Let me tell you. When they said her name, this is my face. No, when I found out, no, when it said Harry and Riley were the second couple to be saved, my face can drop. I'm like, and then when I saw Charity, I was like, oh my god, Charity, Layla. I see Charity, Layla, and Barry. Oh my god, I'm gonna tell you, like, I was like, you know, like, oh, Zochi, yep, she good. Jason, we good. Ariana, come on and say Charity, like, listen, we good. And then I saw them do. I was like, my face was like this to like, oh my god. And then when she said Layla's name, like, I was pissed. I could not move. Let me tell you, I was so upset. I went straight to Twitter. I was like, what the? Are you kidding me right now? It is like this has happened again, year after year. It has to be that one person just to get robbed like that. That is good. I just don't understand. This is the reason why we had a judges safe in the first place. This is why we brought that whole format in, because to prevent this stuff from happening, so that the good dancers deserve to be there. Okay, and at the end of the day, we want the best of the best at the end. Because at the end of the day, we want to vote for who is the best dancer. That's how we vote the show. The best dancer. If you're the best dancer and you have a good personality, we're gonna vote for you to win. That's how this show works.
Here's the problem with that. Even if they had the judges saved, she gets saved this week. She right back at the bottom next week because the fans aren't supporting her. That's what this is. It's not the judges' scores that's sending her home. It's the fan support that's sending her home. She ain't got it. And unfortunately, they're not voting for her. And so therefore, as much as we would love to bring back the judges' saves, to have the judges' saves there to keep her there, she'll be here this week. But then she'll find herself right back on the bottom next week, and then there is no more judges save. So this ain't about the judges. This is about the fans, and they not supporting her for whatever reason it is. They not supporting her, and so we get stuff like this. We got it before with Heather Morris. We got it before with Christina Milian. We got it before with all these other people who were doing really, really great.
Jordan Sparks.
Jordan Sparks. It just, but that's it. We're not gonna hold up because guess what? This made everybody mad, and we're exhausted. So we're just gonna wrap this up, y'all.
But
because next week.
Whitney week. I'm so excited.
Whitney week. I'm so excited about Whitney.
Now
week.
they are setting up Charity in this dance off.
We don't know.
I don't know. I think it's actually an even playing field.
I want to get Zochi.
I mean, Zochi Cha-Cha was week 1, so we haven't seen her grow from that one. And then, I mean, Charity was week 2, so it's kind of equal as of right now. So
they both did really good cha-cha. So
yeah,
we'll see what their cha-chas do.
I'm thrilled though because Allison is against Harry, and I'm like, oh, good. Allison will get more points. Yay!
Get more points.
Yay!
But Barry against Jason, I was like, oh, poor man. You know, I feel like what they should have switched Jason, Barry with Allison, so I could see Barry just with Harry.
Oh, that would be great. That would be funny for Barry to beat Harry.
I'm like, Barry is with Harry's butt. Like now, you know that old man with his butt's ass. Like they're in there like. He's the worst dancer. Come on, like at least Barry will be the proof in the pudding. Like you know what, Barry is a better dancer than Harry. Back to that. But the proof's right there.
It is right there.
I'm excited to talk about it next week.
We will be here next week to talk about Whitney Week, Dance with the Stars. Follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok because we have some funny moments and we're some funny people. So follow us. And you can please subscribe while you're here. If you sat here through this whole debacle of listening to us being mad about Lily leaving, subscribe. Hit the buttons. Hit the notification bell to know when all of our videos will be dropping. Get your cup mug and your cup merch at LanaGsCreations.etsy.com. The link will be in the description below. And that's it. We appreciate you. Keep on dancing, y'all. Cheers. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Da 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 da.